bullets cannot harm me. My wings are like a shield of steel.
Hello, I'm RetroJules, and we're on Redshire. I'm in my T54 Tier 9 Soviet Medium, and I haven't got all the packages unlocked. I've still got the last package to go, which is where you then choose which tank you're going to go for, whether it's the 62A or the object. And it looks like at this stage that I will be heading for the 62A. It's a little bit more of a hold down monster, and as a result, because I haven't got that last package, I am short of 30mm of penetration, and I'm short of about 80 on the damage. And it's a tier 10 game, and I don't know about you, but I find a lot of the tier 10 tanks quite heavily armoured monsters, and I'm not even fully unlocked, so possibly a little bit unfair, but there we go. So I'm heading for E7 just to stick me mush up over this brow of the hill and see what's going on. It's quite a good vantage point as a light tank, and we've only got the one light tank, which is over to the east, and I thought, well, I'm going to head for the centre of the map and see what I can spot. And we've got the majority of the team over here with us, which doesn't actually seem to work that well. So we're getting the spotting in. Our light tank, our scouting tank, is kind of just in amongst the heavies, probably just biding its time. And I choose to be just a little bit more aggressive on the spotting front and just keep everybody highlighted on the map. And I'm getting spotted left, right and centre over here. Always a little bit wary that they could charge over this hill and annihilate me, but I have a feeling they won't, because of where our team are, which are kind of camped up on the ridge, really. So a nice juicy T54, my brethren, and a nice easy shot into the back, and I just choose, while the FV is trying to bully it, I'm going to get some nice easy shots in the back, but that FV doesn't last long at all. And this is where I find out that actually, yeah, these T54s are pretty bouncy beasts. So I get a nice ammo rack, but the T54 gets a shot in me too. And I kind of keep moving up and down here, trying to stay hull down, wondering what the heavy in the river's doing, because for some reason I seem to be the target. Every time I pop up, they're kind of ready for me. And I'm down to less than half, well, probably about half my health now already. And I'm just trying to, because this T54 is good for one shot, and I just try a cupola shot, and the cupola is tiny on a T54. And I pretty much lose all my health from this position, just trying to take these tanks out which aren't on a lot of health, and I just can't get that T54. So I've got a medium with me now, a leopard, and I'm kind of wondering, you know, we seem to outnumber the enemy here quite nicely, but we're just not driving forward. If those guys could come over the ridge, whether they're being held back by fire, I don't know, but you know, we just got two tanks down there, and we've got a full health E100 down there, and we should be able to take these tanks out no problem. And with my health, I am certainly not in a position to go charging in, and not about to. And we just need to push in. Right, T54's taken out, E5 left, and I have lost pretty much all my health. And luckily the E5 shoots into the hillside, and I'm going to spend the rest of the game now being ever so cautious, because I am only good for one hit, and I haven't really achieved a lot. Spotted 6 tanks, so I've spotted nearly half the enemy, so that's not too bad, but actually wasted a lot of shots trying to take those 2 tanks out, and can't help thinking that another 30mm of penetration may well have helped. But that's not what I've got. So I'm just staying on this ridge line, and we've got 2 heavies and a medium on the other side, and they may have been the guys that were pinning our guys to the ridge, which is why they weren't pushing. And I decide that with my health now, this really isn't the place I'd like to be. So I'm going to head up for about G4, get up on the hill, get out of the action, and, well, just try and stay out of harm's way, really, and try and keep the enemy spotted. And that's kind of what this whole game was about for me, because I'd lost my health so early on, was just keeping the enemy spotted and staying out of trouble. Now there's a couple of TDs camped up on the ridge at about C4, there we go, D4, sorry. And there's 2 of them up there. There's the E4. And I think the other one's an E3 or something, I can't remember. So we're winning this game quite comfortably, which is why I'm not in a position to start charging around and being silly. I'm just thinking, be quite nice to survive to the end of the game. And luckily, it's my armour and superb bouncy turret that are going to get me there. Right, so it's an E4 there. Bit of a lazy side shot, and the trouble is I'm not in a great position here because I haven't got the gun depression, so I have to expose quite a lot of my tank to get a shot in, so I'm trying to just sort of snap some shots. Yeah, there's an E3. Yeah, I don't fully aim that shot and just miss a shot coming over from the right there. And I certainly wasn't going to be sitting up on this ridge carefully aiming because I'm just too exposed. Right, there's the object. No, that shot doesn't go anywhere.
Enemies got us in their sights.
And I'm also aware of those 2 tank destroyers to the left. So I just move slightly to the right, slightly downhill, just so I don't have to worry too much about the TDs. And just see if there's any opportunist shots. Oh, get a blind shot on the object and get a critical, so probably hit his tracks. Right, got a Yag Panther with me now. Right, Bulletproof E5, side on. Get it. Oh, nice ammo rack shot. Pleased with that. That E5's taking a hammering. Get another shot in. I'm just trying to stay out of the way. So really can't afford to get hit. Right. No, that wasn't going to go in. Oh. See, the E5's onto me. That shot went whistling over. Jagdpanzer misses a shot. Can I just track this E5? No. Really, really need this E5 to not be looking at me. And it's not. Ah, still miss. And, and that would have finished me off. That was a lucky bounce. Just trying to track this E5 and it's just not happening. Another bounce. And, you know, each of these shots would have killed me. And it just goes to show that if you do get this T54 in a sort of, I'd say almost a 45-degree angle, 40 to 45 degrees, and that front plate really comes into effect, and, well, the turret. I don't know if the turret improves with the next package. I think it's just the gun, but I don't know. But, yeah, it's I think, when this gets to tier 10 62A, this is going to be a hull down monster, and I can't wait to get a decent gun on this because I took so many shots in this game that didn't do anything. And I've got 3 rounds of premium, but I don't tend to use premium because I'm sort of trying to earn silver in World of Tanks at the moment to unlock or to purchase some tanks I've already unlocked. But I've got quite a few tier 9s, and when you've got a few tier 9s, that's a lot of games to get to perhaps the tier 10 that you're aiming for. And I kept the T54 lightweight because I absolutely loved the lightweight, and well, it looks like I might be keeping this tank too, but I don't need too many tanks in my garage, and I don't need too many similar tanks, so I may move this crew on the 62A to see if I get on with it, and then if it's pretty much the same as this tank, I might get rid of the T54, but it's proving to be an awesome tank. So we've got one heavy left down in the village. I'm going the long way round because I do not want to be the first spotted, thank you very much, and I do not want to get shot in the bum because that shot will not bounce. So, you know, 7 assisted, 5 penetrating shots, 3 critical. I would say a relatively poor game as far as tanking's concerned. A bit of a, you know, it's one of those nothing games really where you think, well, I didn't really do a lot in that. You know, I survived. I made it to the end, which I think was an achievement in itself, seeing as I lost pretty much all my health at the beginning. And right, T10, get a shot in. Pulling back, because I do not want that T10 to get a sniff of me. And it's finished off. And we win the game. And Retro survives by the skin of his teeth, bouncing shots left, right and centre. And actually, this game worked out quite well. 43,000 silver, 2,200 XP. Look at that blocked. 2,780 in a medium tank. And I got a Spartan as well because I survived an awful lot of ricochets that would have seen me out of the game. And I also got the steel wall because I bounced 11 or more shots, which was yeah, quite something. So I just wanted to show you that T54 game to show that it is a little bit of a bouncing monster. And came 4th overall, so actually not bad at all.